Hello, Senior Stoner fans. It's the real Senior Stoner back at you for your Versa by Source Vapes dab of the day. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Today is Wednesday. As always, if you enjoy this video, you know what to do. Subscribe, join the family, send a like, please, and I do reply to all the comments. Well, again, thanks so much for joining me. Today's topic is what we're afraid of. That's right, what scares us. But not just what scares us. What do we do with what scares us? How do we make it through? How do we overcome our fears? Well, real growth truly happens on the other side. But if you're not careful, fear can hold you back from achieving most anything in life you're capable of. I've learned lessons to overcome my fear the best way I can. And you know what? It's taught me that I have to be willing to get uncomfortable. Overcoming fear means growth. Because if you stay inside your comfort zone and only do what's comfortable or what you're used to doing, pretty soon you discover that you're just doing the same stuff over and over again. The moment you decide to grow in order to have more of anything in your life, you're going to be required to step out of the comfort zone. So we have to keep in mind that throughout the course of our lifetime, we've done many things for the very first time. Many. What was the first time we rode a bike? What was the first time we went overnight by ourselves somewhere? Think about the fear we had because we had never done it before. What about the first time you spoke publicly? Well, the next time we feel afraid or uncomfortable, we need to ask ourselves a question. Will we grow from this? Will this cause us to grow? We also have to decide that it's okay to feel afraid. That's right. Many people think they should wait to take action until they aren't afraid. But the truth is, fear is actually just the border of reality you've known up until that point, and on the other side of the border where real growth happens. So when you begin to make better friends with growth rather than fear, you'll find you can feel fear, but the fear won't stop you. So why? What are the things that stand in people's way? Fear of rejection. Most people avoid entering into new relationships or trying to meet new people due to fear of rejection. Even married people often avoid approaching a longtime spouse to ask for things due to a fear the person might say no. Whether you've got a fear of your boss declining your request for your raise, or the fear that the attractive person won't go on a date with you, don't let that fear of rejection hold you back. Do it anyway. The fear of failure holds many people back. It's one of the top fears in the world. Many people won't try anything new unless they're 100% confident they can win. But failure is a normal part of life, and learning from failure can help us find eventual success. We fear the uncertainty of life. The fear of uncertainty prevents some people from trying something different. They often worry, what if I don't like it? This fear can prevent people from trying new things or doing things differently from the way they've always been done. People have a fear of loneliness. Sometimes people stay in bad relationships or resist living alone due to their fear of loneliness. Learning how to tolerate feeling lonely and ways to keep yourself company can help manage that fear of loneliness. I can attest to that. The fear of change. How many of us fear change? Everyone. We live in a rapidly changing world, though. So many people who are afraid of change resist it. The fear of change can cause people to freeze, to become stagnant, to grow moss on themselves. They miss out on all the really good opportunities in life. The fear of lost freedom is huge. Although we should have some fear of the loss of freedom, some people allow that fear to hold them back. Many people enjoy the freedom that they have as a single person, and as a result, they avoid single relationships with people, serious relationships, because of the fear they won't be able to tolerate the loss of their freedom. Although some loss of freedom accompanies a serious relationship, it's important to balance independence with dependence and maintain some freedom, but have a life together with other people. People fear being judged. People who worry that they'll be judged negatively by others shy away from social opportunities or chances to advance their career. People who adopt that fear often exaggerate how others will perceive them negatively and underestimate their tolerance and not be well received by others. People feel something bad happening. They fear it. They fear that something bad's going to happen. Bad things do happen, and it's inevitable. However, when people constantly fear something bad happening, it often restricts their activities. They may avoid doing a lot of things or going to certain places due to an unrealistic fear of bad things happening. How about the fear of getting hurt? We all should have a natural fear of getting hurt. If you didn't, you wouldn't look both ways when you cross the street. But people who have a big fear of being emotionally hurt often refuse to enter relationships. They may even avoid friendships and keep family at an arm's length and skip romantic relationships totally due to a fear that they won't be able to handle getting hurt. And ultimately, the fear of inadequacy. One of the top fears people share is that they're just not good enough. They may pass up opportunities at work. They may decline opportunities at home because they worry they're inadequate. They compensate or overcompensate for their fears by trying to be a perfectionist, but remain plagued by thoughts that they just don't measure up to other people. Now, many of the fears we have are not fears we gave ourselves. Think of B.F. Skinner and environmental learning, behavioral situations. Think what happens to us in our lives. It's experiential. But what I want to encourage everybody to do is face your fears. Face them now. Now. And you know what that's going to do? That's going to liberate you. You will be able to overcome them. We live in a cyclical world where you go around and you have two things, always, like a Ferris wheel: hope and opportunity. You can quell the fear. You are a good person. We do not need to be afraid anymore of being hurt because we're not adequate. We are adequate people. So what we need to think of, maybe, as I take my hit on the Versa, is maybe what we need to do is look in the mirror. Maybe we have to look in the mirror. Maybe we have to look hard in the mirror. And what that tells us is we're good. Stop thinking too much. Stop trying to overprocess it from previous experiences. Looking forward, based on today, we are good people. And this is the Real Senior Stoner congratulating you for being a good person. Have a great day, and thanks for joining me today. Cheers.